Hey guys, Greg here. I'm going to give a little TLDR for this video because I kind of went on a rambling mess just now. So this is a video, kind of put this together, kind of given the current climate of some of these school shootings in relation to people feeling like they were entitled to somebody because they were, they liked somebody and the person didn't like them back. And as somebody who used to believe in that whole friend zone stigma and kind of used to get pissed off at that all the time, I just kind of felt like I needed to say something as someone who used to believe in that and kind of try to give a little bit of hope. So, like, the TLDR points is I used to deal with it. Rejection is something that we deal with all the time. Even if you think the guy that's getting all the girls doesn't deal with it, he deals with it as well. The other side has feelings too. You need to understand that and be thankful for the fact that even if you're getting rejected by somebody, they're being honest with you. You're being honest with them. They're being honest with you. Somebody rejecting you is not worth taking anybody's life. And shit gets better. Shit got better for me in college. It'll get better for you, whether it's finding somebody in college that you connect with and getting into a long living relationship with, or if it's finding good people, a good career, a good goals to strive for. Any and all that works. So just that's the little TLDR for here. So now we're on to the actual rambling mess. So I will get you guys in just a moment. Thank you. Hello, guys. It's Greg here from Hardest Reset, and generally we like to do fun content, comedic content, feel good content, even if it's not like fun, funny per se. Um, we were gonna put out another video. We had a couple awesome videos, 2 to 3 actually, really great videos that we were really excited for. But given the certain political climate that's been going on, I say political climate, but kind of given the plethora of school shootings in relations to men who feel obligated or feel like it is an obligation of women to give them a chance because they're a nice guy, and these guys are hardcore believers in like the friend zone. I use that in quotes not to mock it, but because it's a very serious issue that I kind of pull from. Not to give sympathy for these monsters, but just the idea of, well, I've been nice to you, why don't you date me? And in hindsight, looking back, especially with the advent of things like Facebook memories and kind of getting in touch with old friends and stuff like that, like from high school and whatnot, you kind of like look back and you go, man, I came across as really entitled, didn't I? And it's a thing I want to talk about. I want to talk about what I am calling the friend zone stigma. And it's something that I suffered through in high school and into college. And it took my years in college to finally get out of that stigma and get out of that whole feeling like because you're nice to somebody, you're entitled to a date or to have sex with them or to get with them or be their lover. It's a whole mental stigma, and I feel like, especially with like people who have, high school is a very pressured time. People are learning about themselves. They're trying to maintain their grades. They kind of hear it's cool, those cool kids that are like, hey, I've had sex. This is really cool. And then everyone's like, oh, I want to have sex. So they try to hit on girls, and you're the one that's just like, I can't find somebody. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And just like I'm being nice to women. Like, why don't they want to get with me? And it's kind of it's a weird thing. You start to build up in your mind this whole aspect of, well, fine, fuck you then. I was nice to you. You should have given me a chance. Go off with that asshole. Not even taking into consideration a lot of factors. Number one, maybe you're not somebody's type. Number two, maybe the person they're with, you think they're an asshole because they won the girl, when in fact they're not an asshole. They just clicked well with that woman. They were able to get together. He hopefully treats her right. I mean, there's plenty of other things like legitimate assholes that treat their own women wrongly, don't get me wrong, but but that's a different topic for a different day. But you kind of just get in your brain of, well, what's wrong? Like, what am I doing wrong? I'm being nice to all these women, they should sleep with me. And to some, it kind of manifests even more, and that's why you're seeing this whole InCel community people like the guy that shot up the Southern California school in 2014. I'm completely blanking on the name of that. But then you had like the recent shootings that have gone on like in Texas. I don't remember. Was the Florida shooter another one? I don't know. I don't think the Florida shooter was one, but the one in Texas specifically, the reports. Of course, I don't know if this is a legitimate claim because fake news is everywhere. But I think it was like he was trying to get with this girl, and she was the first one that he shot. And if that report is correct, that really kind of plays with that whole incel stigma. I'm hoping I can link to it down below. It's a resource that I kind of learned about the origins of the incidentally celibate community, or incel for short. There's a podcast that I listen to, and I listen to a bunch of podcasts because of my work. There's a podcast I listen to. I think that kind of kickstarted this whole thing, as well as kind of seeing some old memories on Facebook that kind of made me really cringe. It's a podcast called Reply Alls from Gimlet, and they had one with the woman who created the original incidentally or it was I don't know if it was incidentally celibate or something along those lines, where it's like you're not celibate by choice, you're just celibate because you're awkward and stuff. And it kind of went into like she made this group because she was awkward in high school and then finally got into college and kind of was like trying to build a support group, but then like all the people who got into relationships because of the support group left, and kind of left all the people that were angry and bitter to kind of culminate and stuff like that. It's a fascinating kind of look into it, that whole incel community. And it's very weird just kind of how this kind of sense of entitlement has been built up. And as somebody who thoroughly used to believe in the friend zone and kind of would sit there and tell people fuck you, instead of kind of realizing, okay, maybe they weren't the person for me, maybe we wouldn't jive well, and looking back at all the girls that I felt that way about in the past, I look back now in hindsight, I'm like, yeah, no, we would have never been together, we would have never stayed together. And I guess hindsight can be a bitch sometimes, but also hindsight is 2020. You can kind of see with the knowledge you have now kind of where you are. And it took me a few years after a failed relationship in college. I'm not even going to dive into that, but it kind of took me like a solid 3.5 years to finally kind of, I looked in myself, I said, you know what, I need to figure out why I'm feeling this way, why I'm struggling. And I kind of came to the conclusion that, it's the conclusion everyone, even people who are in numerous relationships, will tell you, it's tough. Relationships are tough. And as somebody who, I've been with my current girlfriend Miranda for almost 3 years, it's rough. But the thing is that I guess the kind of conveying message I want to give is, it's okay. It's okay to be weird. It's okay to be awkward. It's okay to try to ask somebody out that you think you really like, or maybe you do legitimately really like, and to be shot down. That's a part of life. It happens. And especially in high school, high school really built that stigma up for me, and it carried into college until I was finally like smacked out of it by some people that I knew in college. I was like, Greg, you need to chill the fuck out. But high school is just 4 years. I feel like the most important years of your life, but high school is just 4 fucking years. Your formative years, at least in mine, I would just argue your most formative years aren't high school. It's when you go to college, because college is going to be the first time for some people, they're able to leave home and go to a different place, and they're able to experience life on their own. Other people, they stay local, they go to a community college, but it's the first time they're independent. Their school schedule is their own. What they want to do with their life is their own. What they experience, who they hang out with, that is all on their own. They're not stuck with the same 40 to 60 people for 4 years, give or take. Some people will leave, go to different classes. You can take a theater arts class with one group of people, then you go to like a PE class with a completely different group of people, but then on top of all that, you'll go to like the local cafeteria in the area, and you'll just sit down and chill with a bunch of people. For me, it was the people that were playing Yu-Gi-Oh, GameCube, and Dungeons and Dragons in the corners. Like, that was where I those are the people that I met and hung out with and jived with the most. And, people would bring like their GameCubes or their Wii's or all that fun stuff, and we just play games and hang out. And it's kind of where some of the ideas of the original content that we had when we were these snazzy gamers or two snazzy gamers was way back. Um, but on top of all that, you just, as far as the relationship aspect goes, you're able to just, I don't know, be you. You kind of learn a lot about yourself. You can look at yourself, and you can be in high school struggling this whole time, and then you land into college. And I'm not saying this to make promises. You'll land into college and you'll meet a group of people that are great, and maybe you'll meet a girl or a guy that's just, you guys really hit it off well, and you guys kind of share your life experiences to that point, and you realize, I got a crush on you, and you kind of like, well, you want to go out sometime? And they'll say yes. Yeah, well, that's great. Maybe you're one of the people that's like, yo, I want to like get some hardcore action. Maybe you'll hit somebody's like, well, hey, come over to my place sometime, let's have some fun. Hey, there you go. But like, and I say that not to be like, oh, this is exactly what's going to happen in college, but college opens up opportunities. You're able to learn about yourself, and you're able to kind of learn the people that get along with you. But in turn, when you're able to like really choose the friends that you've got out of all these people, if they're good people, they're also going to help you pick out your flaws. And that's what happened with me, and it kind of really helped me realize that this whole friend zone stigma was all in my brain. I tried dating May, and when I tried dating May, it didn't work out, and I was very angry about it. And her best friend at the time, I'm leaving in among names, but her best friend at the time kind of started slapping me out of it. It was like, get the fuck out of it. And it's like, you are just fine, and it's, that was the start of me going, okay, maybe there is something to this, and it kind of brings self-reflection. And you have those good people, and they do it not to be assholes. They do it to just kind of be like, hey, yo, this is the kind of baggage you're carrying with you through high school. Let's set you straight, but let's also put you on the good path. Let's not make you feel like that we're isolating you, because hey, we have our flaws. This is all the shit that we've gone through. And it's like, that was the kind of people I started surrounding myself with, and to this day, they're the people that I hold the closest. People like May and Kanan and Chrissy, and getting a little further into college, even people like Kari and Kita. It's like, I met all those people when I was in college. Like, the basis of our friends group. George, I feel so bad for forgetting that, because George and I got really close way after I was out of college, but I met him in college. But it literally was one of those things where you meet good people and they'll set you straight, and that baggage kind of just gets lifted. And if you're struggling, they'll be able to share in your struggles, but at the same time, if you're kind of being problematic about it, they'll help point it out and be like, listen, you need to kind of take a step back here. Everything's fine. Like, chill the fuck out. It's fine. And I guess that's just what I want to say is, it's fine. Just take it as it is. It may get frustrating, because trust me, I've had my fair share of relationship struggles and issues. Maybe it'll happen the way it happened with me. I met someone who was friends with May on Facebook, and we chat about cosplay, and I chatted with her all throughout her horrid last relationship. And when I was ready to jump back in the dating pool and I was having the worst time ever, she made the crazy decision of, hey, well, why don't we try dating? And she's moving out here to Missouri. Or from Missouri. I said to Missouri. She's moving out here from Missouri to California, and May and I were all moving into a place together. And it's crazy to think that, the Greg from 5 years ago, who was so bitter and jaded about relationships, he's in a happy, loving relationship with people who love and care about him. And if there's anything to be taken away from this, is that to all the people that feel the friend zone stigma, I've been there. I've done that. I've dealt with that so many times. Kind of cursing the all proverbial friend zone. And there were people around me that really pushed that stigma too, of like, oh, you got friend zone, how dare you? And I think we need to pull that back. Just because you get rejected, people say it's not the end of the world, but it legitimately isn't. It just is, however the world works, whether it's a God you believe in, or you believe in the energy of the world, or maybe you believe in nothing, or things happen for a reason, that that failure happens for a reason, and you use that to learn and get better. And I guess the thing is that, like a lot of things, is that gets better. It really gets better because at the end of the day, you learn, okay, she's not into me, you know. Yeah, this sucks. I'm gonna mope around. I'm gonna listen to depressing music. I'm gonna play a sad video game. I'm gonna watch a sad TV show. I'm gonna drive away in my car that's driving right behind me as I'm doing this freeform video, and just you take a drive, listen to music. You know, just it's not gonna be the end of the world. Women aren't entitled to you. People aren't entitled to you. Just because you're nice doesn't mean you guys are going to jive well. And I'm sure I've taken way too long rambling on about it to kind of get to that point, but that's the point here. The point is going to be just you're not entitled. People aren't entitled to you. People aren't, you know, you're not entitled to a woman because you're nice to them. And you more or less, you know, end up finding somebody who you jive well with, who you feel comfortable with, and vice versa also feels comfortable with you in that deep sense too. There have been plenty of times where people think that they're comfortable with one another and some bad shit happens personally and they break up because they're like, I can't handle this shit anymore. And that's natural as well. But, you know, shit is weird. The world is weird. But it's okay, you know. You're going to have people reject you. That's a part of life. And, I mean, you're not alone. But just know that, you know, go listen to that sad, you know, go listen to that sad emo record. Go replay that sad part in the video game that gets to you every time. Go watch that sad anime that makes you cry all the time. Go watch that sad TV show or that movie. Something of the like. You know, talk to your friends about it, vent that out. If you're somebody who works out, go to the gym, punch a punching bag for 45 minutes, you know, sit in your car and scream until you can't talk. Oh, I shouldn't recommend that, but I have done that. But yeah, just, you're not entitled to anyone. Rejection happens. It's not the end of the world. It's not worth killing anybody. It's not worth taking somebody's life because you got rejected is kind of the big point here. If I were to boil down to it, you're not entitled to anyone. It's not worth taking anyone's life, even your own, because of being rejected. You know, that person has feelings too, and those feelings aren't for you, and people need to keep that in consideration, you know, because relationships and feelings are a two-way street. If you feel one way and the person feels another way, you know, if anything, the fact that all the girls that friend zoned me when I was in high school and into college, the fact that they did that and put it right up front and said, listen here, I don't feel that way about you. I respect that in hindsight because they didn't bullshit me. They didn't lead me on. They just kind of straight up said, look, I don't feel that way. And with how I am now, a 25-year-old man, you know, I appreciate that because it very much is something that I needed because it taught me a good lesson. You know, don't bullshit people. Don't take advantage of people. Just tell it as it is and all that fun stuff. So I've been rambling long enough, but it's just kind of, I just want to get rid of the friend zone stigma. It's kind of a thing that I feel like needs to go away. Because rejection happens. Rejection's okay. You know, you're not a loser for getting rejected. It happens to everyone. Even that cool kid in school that seems to land all of the chicks, you know, he gets rejected too. There's women that say, look, sorry, I don't like you. Thank you. I'm flattered, but I don't like you. Have a good day. You know, even they deal with it. You know, they may show a little more confidence. Maybe, you know, you're just like this, like, kid who's sitting there is like, I like my video games and my animus and I hang out with my friends every other Saturday to play a tabletop game or something. And it's like, you know, I have no confidence in girls, and that's okay. Because as you move on in life and you start meeting more people on your own and you go to college and start experiencing life on your own, you will find those people. You know, maybe you won't even find a relationship per se. You'll just find good people and a good hobby and something to be passionate about. And you'll be like, you know what? I may not have a relationship, but I have a good career that I want to build, and I got good people around me, and that's just as valid too. Just long story short, and I'll have a TLDR at the beginning of the video. Keep other people's feelings into consideration. Be thankful for the fact that people aren't bullshitting you. Somebody not liking you isn't the end of the world. It's not worth taking anybody's life over, even your own life. And just, I don't know. It gets better. It really gets better. As someone who was hardcore into that friend zone stigma, take it from me. I'm so thankful I got out of that stigma. I'm so thankful I got my head out of my ass and realized, the other people have feelings too, and kind of use that to get better myself. I'm very thankful for that. And while I may cringe at some old posts about, thank you, former friend, now newly found asshole, in hindsight, I'm thankful that I was able to kind of glean from that what I could. So thank you guys so much for kind of enduring this. This, I guess, is just like Greg's ramblings, Greg's opinion corner, whatever you want me to say. Maybe the Greg's opinion corner. Who knows? But thank you guys so much. Sorry for the more serious tone this time. Tune in next week. It's the start of the highlights from Lord Stanley's Cup of Fail. We're very excited. So we got more lighthearted stuff coming next week. So stay tuned for that. And if you're watching this and this is like a one-off video and you don't watch anything else, just thank you for watching this video. I feel like something needs to be said, especially somebody who used to believe in that stigma. So it gets better. Don't take anybody's lives. Everyone, the other side has feelings too, and just be thankful that they're being honest with you. You're being honest with them, and even though they don't feel the same as you, they're being honest with you, and just as much as it sucks and it hurts, just find the appreciation of that and respect that. So this is Greg. See you guys next week. Take care.